So we're going to be cooking up some really good looking New York strip steaks with the bone included. So for 2 of the steaks, we're going to be using black pepper and salt. And then for the other 2 steaks, we're going to be using steak seasonings that are already pre-made. So you guys can use any steak seasoning that you like. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing now is seasoning the steaks with just some salt. You don't have to use pink salt. That's what I'm using, but you can use whatever kind of salt you have. And then we're also going to be using some black pepper, which I'm using the grinder for, but you don't have to do that. You can use the pepper that's already cracked or crushed. So now what we're going to be using is our pre-made seasoning that we're going to put on the steaks. For this one, I'm going to be blending both of these seasonings together, and you guys can use whatever kind of seasoning that you find at the store. You can use that for your steaks. In this particular case, I'm using these 2. Mix your flavors and make some new combinations, and that's what this is all about, is just making new flavors, making more combinations, and then having a unique taste to it. So just the other thing I want you guys to not forget is season all sides so that your meat has enough flavor. Now we're going to be looking at the wings, the chicken wings, and you guys can get chicken wings from anywhere. You can use any kind, no particular store. I got mine from Sam's. But what we're going to do now is place them on the cutting board just like I'm doing right now in the video. And what you guys want to do is make sure that you season them very well. I'm using this pre-made chicken seasoning. However, I mixed or blended a couple of different seasonings or different brands all into one. They're all chicken flavored. So they're all made for chicken, either chicken wings, chicken breast, chicken thighs, anything like that. You guys can mix up your seasonings as well. If not, just get something that's pre-made and season them. Whatever flavors you like, that's what you use, and that's what we're using here. As you can see here, we're loading up our charcoal chimney, getting ready to start our charcoal outside while we let the chicken and stuff marinate. So we're gonna turn on the charcoal real quick. I've got a charcoal chimney right here. If you guys have anyone that you bought from like Walmart or something like that, that works fine. It's a custom one made by my dad. Okay, so it's like a prototype. It's the first one he's ever done, and I think it came out really, really good. It's a little rusted because of the flame and everything, but it works really great. This is the Walmart one that I've been using for about 1.5 years. As you can see, it has no bottom, no more. It's rusted out, it's thin material. But I mean, this worked great for 1.5 years. If you guys have something like this, you can use this. Like I said, that one there is custom. It's a thicker steel. This right here is thicker steel. We've got the custom handle right here. Ozzy in the process, and we've got the logo that he did right there. It's on all 4 sides. And then down here, you've got the 3 vent holes. You've got those on each side. And then the bottom is another plate with some more holes for it to breathe under. If you guys have, like, you know, those cup holders and stuff like that, stuff that's flammable and it's maybe paper based or like cardboard based or whatever you have at home. This is from like when you go to McDonald's, Wendy's, whatever, they give you those cup holders. I'm gonna reuse this to light a fire underneath the charcoal chimney. If you guys have some old newspaper, or you can even use like the charcoal bags, you can use a piece of that, rip it up, put it underneath the charcoal chimney. So that's what I'm about to do. The other trick I use, if you guys have some old cooking oil that you fried, maybe some French fries, some wings, whatever, you guys can recycle that, and then that's what we use to turn on the fire. Or if you guys want to use a little bit of new oil, you can do that as well instead of using lighter fluid. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this underneath the charcoal chimney. So I gotta lift that up. You put that right underneath. Cooking oil, frying oil, and you just pour a little bit over. Let it kind of, you don't need to use too much, just like a little bit like that. So what it's gonna do, it's gonna start running. It's gonna start running down through all the unlit charcoal all the way to the bottom. And what it's gonna do is once you light it up, it's gonna take a while to consume itself because of the oil that's on the cardboard down there. So you let that soak about a minute or so. Get your lighter, lift this up, and start lighting it up. Want to get your fire started? Got that end. We'll get this one right here. We'll get another one down here. And all you want to do is just kind of start up the fire from underneath. You're going to start letting it consume itself. Leave it alone. If it's a super windy day, you might not have to do anything else to it. If it's a day where the wind is really, really calm, you might have to blow on it a little bit. I've got this little like spatula looking thing that they use for laying down texture and stuff. I just use this and I kind of fan it a little bit like that. But today I might not need it, so you leave it there, you go clean your tables, you go keep doing your preparation work, keep marinating that meat, whatever you got to do. You set it and you forget it. Okay, so once this charcoal is lit up, as you can see right here, you're gonna throw it onto the unlit charcoal, let that keep doing what it has to do, and then we'll put the grates over it, and we're about ready to get started. So right now is about the time that you're gonna put those grates on top. You'll let that fire kind of start burning off all that stuff that was on there from the previous cook, but you guys should already know how to do that. So what you guys are seeing me do here is I cut half an onion and I grabbed a fork, a big old fork that you use for barbecuing, the one with those two pokey things. So what I'm using with the onion is using it to kind of sanitize those grates. So once you clean them off with the wire brush, you run that piece of onion over the top and it'll get rid of all the rustiness. It'll give it like a dark black color to it, a shiny color to it. So once you do that, your grates should be good to go. So now what I'm trying to do here is prepare a salsa on the grill. So we've got our tomatoes, half a piece of onion, a couple of jalapeno peppers, couple of serrano peppers, 2 cloves of garlic, and all we're doing here, I put the sheet of aluminum foil because that way we don't lose the garlic or anything through the grates themselves. And all we're doing is just letting them get a good char outside of them. I'm going to start placing the wings on the side where the charcoal is not on, and we're going to start cooking them indirect heat. So indirect heat means not on top of the fire but on the side. Okay, you guys, salsa's off the fire. It's ready to get made. You've got your grill nice and hot. We're gonna run that onion through it one more time so that we can get that rust off of it. And it's time for our steaks. Let's get to it. So, I'm gonna show you guys right now. You want the fire to be as hot as possible because we wanna sear it off first, and then we'll move it over to indirect heat after that. Here we go. Got your other one. Put that one on there. Those are the ones we seasoned with that seasoning that was already pre-made. This one right here, salt and pepper, all you need, and a little bit of garlic powder. Got this one right here, put it right there. You're gonna let them do what they need to do. If it starts getting too hot where the flame starts rising up, what you're gonna wanna do is start flipping it over. So that's exactly what you want. You want the fire to rise up. And it's all it's gonna do is sear the meat, and you're not gonna burn it. You still wanna keep an eye on it because you don't wanna burn it, but don't worry, it's not gonna overcook the meat. Like I said, look, I'm gonna lift it up and you guys are gonna be able to see. It's still a little bit stuck, so we're gonna leave it on there just a little bit more. Feels stuck, it's not ready yet. Once it lifts off the grill, then you can flip it. So like right there, it's still kind of stuck on this side here, so we're gonna leave it. You can tell when the steak kind of wants to be flipped over because it'll start bringing out all that moisture out of there, like right here. So this one's ready to flip. Let's flip it over and let's check it out. All right, the flame is super high, but as you can see, it hasn't burned. All it's doing is making that crust nice and good. This one here, same thing. Check it out. So as you can see right here, it's getting a nice, good crust. The thicker the steak is, the more time it's gonna need to cook. This one isn't that thick, but you could still mess around with it and flip it over a couple times, and you can still get that nice sear, and then you can still get that medium rare in the middle. Like you can see here, it's bringing out all that moisture from the meat. So it's starting to let you know that, hey, you can flip me over. There you go. There you go. Of course, these aren't as seared as this one because the flame isn't as hot here as it is over here. Let's check this one out. It still wants a little bit more. It's still kind of stuck over there. Give it another flip. And everything is going according to plan. Now don't be scared to flip these steaks over a lot of times. It doesn't matter. You can flip it as many times as you want, as long as you don't burn it. Don't listen to those people saying you can only flip it once, you can only flip it twice. Don't listen to that. Just flip it and flip it until you get the desired crust you want, and until it's cooked however you want to cook it. Look at this one here. Nice crust. It's getting the crust over there. Flip it one more time. Okay, so you guys might be wondering right about now, how do you know if I got a medium rare, a medium well, a medium, a well done? How do I check that? Well, you could do it two ways. You can check it with the thermometer, and you can do medium rare at about 120 to 125 degrees to the center of the meat. Or, since we're doing home cook right here, we're cooking at home, we're taking our time, doing what we want to do. We're not fancy here, we're not technical, none of that. So what you guys can do is do the hand test. So, you got your fingers right here, and then you touch right there with your other finger. I've got my glove on, but you're gonna touch it, and however this feels, when you've got your pointer finger and your thumb, and you touch here, it feels really, really soft. That means it's raw or rare. Middle finger and thumb, it's a little bit tougher, but it's still soft. That's your medium rare right there. You do the third thumb, you check it, it's a little bit tougher. This would be like a medium or medium well. So that's gonna be like the pink center in the middle. And then the last one, this one is well done, and if you touch it, it feels really hard. That's your well done. That's what's gonna taste like shoe leather. That's what you do not want. But if that's how you like to eat it, then that's how you like to eat it. And nobody's gonna judge you for it. Nobody paid for your steaks. Nobody's cooking your steaks but you, so you eat them however you want. I'm not gonna judge you. I just prefer medium rare or medium, if at all possible. But you do what you gotta do. You cook it however you want. But that's just a quick technique. As we're cooking, I'm kind of showing you guys. So rare, medium to medium well, and then well done. That's how you check. Some people are gonna say you need to use a thermometer, but we're just home cooks. We're barbecuing at home. This isn't anything professional. I mean, you can see my smoker. It's nothing professional at all. We're just having fun. We're cooking. I've got these gloves because it's super hot right here. Look at that crust. This is what you guys want. You can touch it with the tongs, and you kind of squish that meat a little bit, and you're gonna compare however it squishes to your finger right here. So this one is about a medium to a medium well right here. This one over here about the same. That's kind of what I want. This one over here, you can see it where it looks real squishy. That's still kind of like a medium rare to rare. So this one's a lot redder inside, but it's not that hard to do it. And you know what, if you guys aren't exactly sure, pull one out. If it's your first time trying to do this, pull one of these out, let it rest for a little bit, and then cut into it, and then you'll kind of start seeing how it feels and what kind of tenderness you get from it. It's all a bunch of just experimenting and kind of enjoying it. This whole process is just enjoying what you're doing. Okay, so check it out. These steaks are pretty much done. I'm gonna go get the tray so I can put them in there, and then these are almost done. Okay, these are coming off. This one is as well. You can still see the juice on there. That's what you want. You want a good crust. Look at that. You want a nice good crust. Remember, these are the ones that we just seasoned with that pre-made seasoning. This one, flip it. You see, it's not burned. Don't be scared of the flame, guys. You want those flames there because you want to get a nice, real good crust. That's what you want. You want a nice crust, so don't be scared of the flames. Let them kind of hit that meat a little bit. There you go, look. Nothing to it. This one's about done. I'm gonna take this one out. This is the salt, pepper, garlic powder. This one out. Flip it over. This is gonna be the last flip we do on that one because the meat is almost getting to that medium well, getting to that almost well done toughness that I do not want. But some of the people at home want to eat it well done, so that's why I'm cooking that one a little bit more. And like I said, that's fine. We're not going to judge. Some people like it medium rare, some people like it rare, some people like it medium well, and then some like it well done. Hey, to each their own. Chicken wings are cooking nice and good. Got them in indirect heat, so all that heat is hitting it over there. It's not burning anything. Want to cook them, and then we'll throw them on to start getting that sear on them. This meat is good to go. It's coming off. Okay, check it out. Before I put those wings on there, we want to get all this stuff off of there. I'm using this wire brush to get it off, clean it off. That's good. So we're gonna hit it with that onion and make it non-stick. I'm gonna put those wings right there on the big old flame. I'm gonna start letting them get that nice crust on there. And we're gonna continue with this cook. So we're getting a nice crust on these wings, getting them nice and seared. Those are closer to the fire, so it'll take less time. You still wanna flip them. Once you're done flipping them, come over here. Got the fire going good. Look at this one. Check that one out. Look at this one. It needs a little bit more. Throw it over there. That one's good. Look at this one. Don't be scared to keep flipping and flipping and flipping, and if people see flames and all that, don't get scared. It's part of the whole cooking process. That's what makes cooking on the charcoal grill so much fun. There you go. Put some more closer to there. Everything is going smooth as butter. Keep on flipping. We don't want to burn it. We just want to get it nice and good. This isn't really burned. You could take that off if you wanted to, but it's still nice and golden brown. It still needs a lot more, but it's not burnt by any means at all. Heck, even this one, it really isn't burnt. That's just part of the cooking on the charcoal grill. Look at that one there. They're just getting nice, good color. Look at all that juice dripping from them. Look at those nice old wings. Getting that real good color on them. Still need some more at the bottom though. Oh, it's getting hot out here. Got the storm coming in. When we're cooking out here, I've got no cover on top. I'm trying to make it back inside and eat dinner before this storm rolls back in. It's that Texas weather for you. But look at this. Look at that nice looking crust on there. That's what you want. Keep flipping them over. Got this little piece right here. This little burnt piece. We got a little doggy that makes a good treat for. All you gotta do, flip them, keep flipping them. You're gonna get a nice good color on them, and they're gonna look like something like that. So I've got my mountain of wings. Everything is pretty much nice and seared. They should be all cooked evenly. It's a wing, it shouldn't take that long to cook. And I just have them here so they're getting indirect heat again. Just making sure that they're getting the last final minutes of cooking time. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean this off, run that onion through it again, and then I'm gonna put some hot dog weenies. And after that, we should wrap it up, and I'll show you guys how to cut that steak. Now we're gonna place our hot dogs on the fire, on the grill, on the sides, so that we don't burn them right as we put them on there. You wanna start kind of heating them up first before we get those char grill marks on there. Okay, so we've got our hot dog sausages or weenies, whatever you guys call them. No dirty comments now. And we're just kind of keeping them away from the fire itself. We're on the sides of the flame, doing a couple turns. We don't want to burn the sausage or the little weenies. We just want to get them nice and hot. They'll start kind of getting a little bit fatter where all that moisture inside is starting to try to pop out. And then we'll throw them on the fire real quick, get them to, you know, get that nice looking sear on there so it looks like we cooked it on a charcoal grill. Then you'll be good to go. Now is the time that we can start putting all the hot dogs on the fire, because now that they're warm, we can start letting them get that char mark on there. We're gonna take those wings off as well. Okay, so now that I've got them on the flame, on the direct heat, you can start getting that nice looking color on there. Looks like you've got the charcoal grill marks. And right about there, you start seeing them kind of puff up. You get a little bit fatter. That's how you know that that internal sausage is nice and hot. Let them get a couple little burns on there, some marks on there. If you want to leave them whiter than this, you can. Here at home, we like them a little bit more with that char on there, like this one here. But you can cook them however you like. Once they're about how you want them done, you pull them to the side and they're ready to go. Now we're gonna go on in, cut us up that nice steak. So here comes the part that everybody's been waiting for. At the end of the video, we're gonna cut up this steak. I'm showing you guys that I need to cut around the bone, and you guys can see that color on the edge of the bone. For this particular steak, we went with a medium well. We went over the medium rare. And I'm just showing you guys that there's two ways you can cut it. You can cut it the way I am now, the way everybody usually cuts it, and you can see the color on there. Or you can cut it in half and cut it across the grain, which you're looking at the lines of the beef, and then you're gonna cut against them. And that's a different way that you can cut it. You can do it either way. They should be tender. If it's a USDA choice grade steak or higher, it should be very tender. Right now I'm about to give it a little taste test, because why not? Medium well, medium. It's got that pink center, and it was so good. So I hope you guys got some really good tips from this. I hope you guys enjoy cooking out. That's the most important thing that you guys should do. And if there's anything you guys got from this video, it's to cook, enjoy the family, and have a good time. This is all about eating good food with good people, and everything else will be just fine. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys are gonna attempt to do what I cooked in this video, let me know down in the comments. Let me know if it went well for you, if it was easy, if it was hard. You have any questions whatsoever, leave them down there. Share this video with the people around you that you like to share good stuff with, and like the video, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be doing a whole lot more content on this channel. And with that, we're done, we're good, we're out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.